Shalom, family. This is Yuda. Some serious things popped into my feed the other day. My sister, Bernice Price, sent me an email about brother Mr. Real Talk, Melissa Israel, and Tessa Yah. Please, I need you to understand why I'm doing this. While I totally understand why you want to do this, I get that. But there are some things you need to really consider before you make such a drastic move. And it's all spiritual. So prayer and fasting in the proper fashion. There could be serious spiritual consequences when people attempt to force divine prophecy ahead of its appointed time. The Creator has an appointed time for every single thing that happens in and around our lives. In the Hebrew tradition, the Most High's timing is sacred, and trying to override it, even with fasting and prayer, can lead to misalignment, confusion, and even judgment. So here's a look at what those consequences might be based on scriptural patterns and scriptural principles. Presumption and rebellion. Attempting to hasten prophecy can be seen as presumption, acting as though one knows better than the Creator. In Torah, presumption is often equated with rebellion. So let me say this again. I love these brothers and sisters, but when I see this, knowing what I know, I can't sit here and be quiet. They're calling for a fast for the Creator to hand the Gentiles over to the scattered people, Israel. Like I said, I get the reason, but this is the wrong way to do it. So this can be considered as rebellion. Look at Numbers 14 and 44. The Israelites tried to go into battle after being told not to, and they were defeated. Why? Because they presumed to act without divine instruction. Deuteronomy 18, verse 20 to 22. False prophets who speak presumptuously in the name of Yah could face death. This kind of spiritual arrogance can lead to divine resistance rather than divine favor, blocking true prophetic fulfillment. When people act out of sync with divine timing, they can actually delay or distort the fulfillment of prophecy. Think about King Saul. 1 Samuel chapter 13. Saul offered sacrifices before Samuel arrived, trying to force divine favor. His kingdom was stripped. It was stripped as a result. Trying to help the Most High fulfill prophecy can backfire, leading to spiritual setbacks and loss of divine trust. Confusion and division among the people. When fasting and prayer are used to push a human agenda, it can sow confusion among the faithful. Instead of unity and clarity, it breeds division and false expectations. Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 16 to 22. Yah condemns prophets who speak visions from their own hearts, not from his mouth. Their words do not benefit these people at all. This kind of spiritual manipulation can fracture communities and lead people away from truth. So inviting judgment instead of mercy, if the Most High sees that people are trying to force his hand, it may provoke judgment rather than mercy. Fasting is meant to humble the soul, not to demand outcomes. Look at Isaiah chapter 58. Yah rebukes Israel for fasting with selfish motives. Listen, brothers and sisters, it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I tried my best and I'm sleepy, I'm tired, but this was so disturbing in my spirit. I had to do something. I reached out, or at least I tried to reach out to Brother Real Talk, Mr. Real Talk, to have this discussion with him and hopefully get him to realize what he's actually doing. And like I said, I get it. I understand why. I'm 71. I have experienced these harsh treatments far longer than most of you. So I do understand the agony. I understand the suppression. I understand the oppression. I understand the tyranny. I understand all of it. I feel it too. But we got to do this the right way. So in Isaiah 58, the fast that they have chosen was unethical. It was unholy. And it was warned that such actions were unacceptable. So fasting and prayer in the Hebrew tradition. In ancient Israelite practice, fasting was a sign of mourning, repentance, or seeking divine favor. It was not a tool to manipulate divine will. The Hebrew Bible consistently portrays fasting as a posture of humility and submission, not control. It's about aligning oneself with the Most High, not bending his timeline. Daniel fasted not to hasten prophecy, but to seek understanding. Daniel chapter 9. Ezra fasted for protection, not conquest. Ezra chapter 8, verse 21. Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, is a communal fast for repentance. It is not for demanding outcomes of future prophecy. So fasting is powerful, but only when it's rooted in humility and submission to divine order. Prophetic timing and divine sovereignty, my concern is about tempting the Creator. This touches on a vital principle. Prophecy unfolds according to the Most High's appointed times, not before. The Hebrew concept of modim, appointed times, emphasizes that divine events are not random. They are set by sacred calendar and purpose. Trying to accelerate prophecy through prayer or fasting could be seen as presumptuous and even rebellious. The Torah and prophets warn against false prophets and presumptive actions that claim divine authority without divine instruction. Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 20 to 22, and Jeremiah chapter 23. The Gentiles and the scattered Israelites. Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 6, or Zechariah chapter 8, verse 23, says that Gentiles will eventually serve or follow the Israelites. But even these prophecies speak of future fulfillment. It is a set time for this to happen. We can't rush the hand of the Creator. We should endure what we're dealing with until his fulfillment, not ours. Often in the context of peace, restoration, and divine justice, not domination or coercion. The idea of handing over Gentiles prematurely could distort the prophetic vision. If the Most High has not yet declared that time, then fasting for it will be spiritually out of alignment. Let's look at a more aligned approach to deal with this. If you are sincere in your devotion, the focus of your fast should shift towards wisdom and discernment to understand prophecy according to Yah. Unity among the scattered tribes, as many fasts already emphasize. Repentance and purification, which prepares the people for divine movement. That way, you're not tempting the Creator. Then you are preparing yourselves to be vessels when that time comes. So can prophecy be rushed? Prophetic timing is covenant bound, not emotional driven. The Most High operates on appointed cycles, moedum, not on human urgency. Attempting to accelerate prophecy through fasting or prayer can reflect impatience or misunderstanding of divine order. Fasting in Torah is for alignment, not manipulation. It's a tool for humbling oneself, seeking clarity, and repenting, not for bending the timeline of the Most High. Again, I want to remind you, think of Yom Kippur. It's about affliction and atonement, not acceleration. Prophets waited, not pushed. Joseph waited in prison. Moses waited in exile. We must learn to discern the difference between preparation and provocation. The wisdom of ancestral versus Roman Greco urgency. Greco-Roman theologists often promote individualistic urgency, like in the Christian's New Testament. Manifest your destiny, declare and decree, say it and claim it. That's their theology. That's not us. That's not what we do. We follow the guidelines and the steps that was given to us according to Yah, not our own desires. We will get ours, but we got to be patient. So you fast to unlock breakthrough. That's the Christian theory. That's not how it works. These distortions ignore ancestral patterns of communal waiting, celestial alignment, and covenant obedience. You are unknowingly operating under Christian charismatic theologies, where prophecy is treated like a vending machine. Insert fasting, receive fulfillment. That's not Torah. That's spiritual consumerism. So I ask you, are you fasting to align with the Most High's timing, or are you trying to force his hands? The Most High's timing is sacred. Respect it. Obey it. Peace.